Hey, my friend, how you doing? All's going well, thanks. Trying to get back on my schedule. Mondays is planning day for what I'll do the next 3 days of the week. And until that happens, I'm just gonna play some Crossout. Chillin'. I was thinking a bit about the charity and the Second Chance Chicken program, though, and some of the things we can do to make it more participatory for people. Like, you could sell the extra eggs, but we normally try to donate them to the homeless through the Veterans 22 program downtown. So I was thinking you could do a subscription for like $10 a month. You can donate a dozen eggs to hard-boiled eggs to homeless veterans, or just as an example, not as a statistical importance. Things people who don't have time to come out and help on the farm or have time to do something could do pretty easy and help the farm succeed, kind of thing. But yeah, Second Chance Chicken is part of the eco village theory. You need some wildlife in your, or farm animals in your village, so chickens is where we're focusing at for that. Do you know there's 2 chickens for every human on the planet? What was I going to put on the part next? Let's see. About time to see how the tires fit. Oh, the last turret. So there's twice as many chickens as there are humans on our planet. I think that'll work. I could even drop it down to the growl if I don't put a cheetah on. So first thing I ground for this for several months, and I got that, and I've had it for like two out of the 2.5 years I've played. And I never ever regretted focusing on just getting that generator. Okay, so got the generator on, or that. Oh, the engine. Yeah, that's a conundrum. Well, can we get creative back here, maybe? That's too wide, but we're just seeing if we can get creative. That's already a 2x4, so we'd have to shorten this one up to also being or take it off completely. No, that's got to go into a 2x4. No, that was an erroneous statement. It has to be a 2x6. No, that ain't gonna work. I wanted to be able to drop that one down flush with the frames, but I'd need a wider frame to begin with, and I don't want to do that, so let's see what this looks like. Alright, you have a nice day, my friend. Thanks for lurking out. But anyways, I should keep focusing on the sustainable village. I'm actually a farmer with the emphasis on soil fertility, sustainable farming and soil fertility. And it was my understanding of soil fertility that realized that if you want to solve humanity's impoverished problems, you need to, one, feed them healthy foods, and two, do it in a holistic manner, which means if they don't have a village to live in that has bathroom and schools and the basics, then they're never going to be able to keep themselves uplifted. So just like you have to put all 18 elements into your soil to make a healthy soil, you need to put every aspect of a village into helping the impoverished. So I got to looking at all the do-it-yourselfers, and they're like have all these sustainable technologies they're figuring out. Like, you know, you can take Drano, which eventually gets to a sustainable part, and mix it with aluminum, and you get hydrogen gas. Then later on, you find out you can do that with lye water, not lye soap, the pre-processes soap, and it does the same thing. So you can take hardwood ash and water and mix it with aluminum, and you get hydrogen gas. So you can take all those dirty aluminum trays everybody throws away, and you can make hydrogen gas out of it, and you can use a generator, heat your house, those kind of things. That's just one little piece of sustainable technology out there. And, you know, there's things like, I don't want that there, I want it on the main frame, don't I? Like, the University of Hawaii demonstrates that if you add a air pump in front of a water pump, you can increase the head height you can pump water by 10 times for the same amount of energy. And that's huge for the human race. Just means, you know, if you can pump water 10 feet, you can now pump water 100 feet. So you take that technology, and then there's like replace your septic tank with a biodigester, and it creates gas. Methane gas, much less explosive gas than one of the least explosive gases, actually. As far as scientists measure that shit. Unlike it explodes, it's explosive. No, there's ratings. Anyway, so now you're making methane gas and hydrogen gas out of waste that you use or you can get from cities. That, you know, all restaurants are using aluminum, and they're forced to throw it away because the recycling centers can't use it. So we've eliminated throwing it away, and we've turned it into a fuel source for the village. But if you just give these individual items to impoverished people, you can't expect them to even maintain it, not to mention reproduce it. So you've got to build the village and teach them. I think I need a cross bumper right there, to be honest. So what are we really looking at here is this frame. So there's 1, 2, there's 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we need a 6x4. So I figured if I was going to bring sustainable agriculture into the village, I wanted to make a totally sustainable village, at least as far as its infrastructure goes. And it really just started off something simple like the power and water tower I envisioned. Is that good enough? I think that's good enough. I don't think we need more bumpers up here. We'll just put some wing blades on the side there. Maybe move these back a little bit. So the whole premise of starting the thought for all of this was you have, you know, your crop rotation and your herd animals, and you have that designed into your surrounding of your village so it looks cool. And then you have to power that, and you need to get water up to 80 feet in the air in order to create 20 pounds per square inch in a hydraulic system that we use and take for granted. So if you're going to build the water tank that high in the air, why don't you put some solar panels on it? And hey, why don't you extend it a little bit and put wind power on it so you can pump the water for free, or at least guarantee you can pump the water that high in the air. Once you get the water that high in the air, it all takes care of itself. Look at that slot, it's just begging for something to be shoved in there. So once you get the water up that high, it flows down, and you can use a modern drip irrigation system, which does require, I think, 20 pounds per square inch. You thought I was going for the kitchen sink. Nah, oddly enough, there was no kitchen sink designed in the eco-village. In fact, the kitchens were community kitchens where families of 10 would come together and cook in a community. So that's how they do it in the impoverished world. They don't need a house like we consider a house in America. They need a bedroom for everybody in their household. And they don't even need individual bedrooms. They just need rooms they can sleep in that aren't going to get rained on, and they're not going to fall down with a wind or an earthquake and shit like that. So if you start looking at what they need to uplift themselves compared to what Americans take for granted in life, it's far more inexpensive to help a third world impoverished person achieve sustainability than it would be to help the state of Washington, for example. It would probably cost more to change the state of Washington into a sustainable living situation than it would all of Madagascar. So you talk about net gains there. It's like, what can you gain from your assistant's time and dollars? It's like you can gain a lot more by not helping out the first world nations. They're already enslaved in consumer slavery and have to buy everything to feel good about themselves or look good, or, you know, get somebody else's opinion on what their political system should be like, and not understand what logical thinking is. And it's like, you know, they're just going to argue, oh, the global warming, yeah, people made trillions of dollars off the global warming debate. Did we tax them for it? No. Sold a lot of newspapers, though. Oh, yep, it's real now. We're not going to do anything about it. Well, if we took and uplifted the 2 billion people that are most impoverished in this world and would appreciate it, the eco-village, then we can do something about global warming, because those people would immediately be removed from the footprint of pollution, and instead, the cool thing about it is they would become pollution removers. They'd be pollution sinks. Because of you combine all that sustainable technology into a village, the side effect is you actually remove more pollution than you create, even if you have cars. Well, that's what we'll do. So, that's what I've been working on, the ideas for the last 10 years, and I'm done with that, and I want to build the villages, and I went and, you know, I've been going to fairs, and I've been going to festivals, and I've been trying to promote this to people, and all I kept hearing was, I'd love to live in that village. And it's like, okay, I can't get money for it. I thought I could build a community network that would support it, and honestly, I don't see it happening in Washington State at all. It's like the liberals like to talk about being green, but they don't want to actually do anything about it. They don't want to come out and help. They don't want to donate. Been to every business in town. Just ain't happening on the build your own network, get community support to grow a sustainable community kind of thing. So I took to heart people saying they'd like to live in that kind of a village and realized that you could make it for people that would live in an apartment instead. And for every 4 villages you build in a for-profit model, you can then fund a 5th charity village being built, is what I think my math works out to. I mean, I don't have degrees in anything. I was a computer specialist because I worked my way up. I learned what I needed to learn, and I got a job, and then I got the next job, and I got the next job, and pretty soon I'm doing jobs that require a master's degree at entry level. So I'm not an expert at anything really. I just know how to research stuff and make shit happen. Why did that not work? Oh, there we go. And so I'm like, oh, this guy here in Toledo, he's got a gasifier. And Toledo's like 50 miles south of me. He's got a come on revising gasifiers. It's an old technology that basically ended after World War II. They used it in World War II to power tractors off of wood. And if you ever watched Hogan's Heroes, it's that gas belching car at the intro. Smoke belching car at the intro as a gasifier. Anyways, he perfected the carburetor for that, and you can power a frickin' 12-cylinder diesel generator with few chunks of 2-inch chunks of wood. And that's like bada boom, bada bing. The state of Washington needs nothing other than that to frickin' take their all their wood waste, or probably make it work on hemp waste too. That'd probably burn a lot faster. But these aren't my ideas. These are ideas I want. Hey, look, if this was a jigsaw puzzle, that piece would fit in a village. Because I understand that you can't just put one fertilizer into your soil. You gotta add combinations of things to make your soil healthy, so it gives you the minerals and nutrients you need to be healthy. All our farmers use 3 fertilizers is all they care about, N, K, and P. There's like frickin' 14 to 15 others out there, and they're looking at was it aluminum and how it affects plant growth. So that there's like 16 now. I don't even remember if it's 15 or 16, but the example is there. Every decade or so we learn more, and the reason why we're not learning more is because of, our country has decided that it's more important for corporations to make money than citizens to have safe, healthy reality. That's a window. That's what that is. The only 3-piece in the game. So we got all these problems we can't do anything about, but we can build frickin' villages. If enough of us could get together, we could build villages. And you can help just by simply listing AFAB World Charity as your Amazon Smile choice. And every time you purchase something, Amazon will take some of their money and donate it. It's a registered charity, so they get a tax break on that shit. And it's just being funneled into how the person that's making the purchases desires it to be funneled, which is a really cool program. What is this one? Is that a 4-banger? No, that's a 2-banger. And a 1-banger. So we could put a 3 there, or we could put a... No, we couldn't put a 3, it'd have to be up here. So we put a 2 there, and something like that. Let me use these 4-banger, 2x2s, 4-bangers. Where are, there they are. You know, I think these would look good. I'm just worried about how much weight I'm putting on this little thing. I do have room for an engine someplace, right? I could put it right on top and back. Hot red. That means I have to worry about my tires next. Hot red. Where are you, my hot red? Or actually, I'm not going to put a cloak on this one, so I'll put a cheetah on it, and if I switch to a growl or 11-point cab, I think growl's the only 11-point cab I have. That works. Then I just take the cheetah off and put a hot red on. So anyways, we have this village, and it's like, well, it's a great idea. Let's solve the homeless problem with it in America. We could start just by building one in every county, and that could be a homeless resource transition place for people to get back on their feet. That's unlike what the media likes to try and tell us. Homeless people really aren't lazy. It's a lot of work to stay fed and alive as a homeless person. A lot more work than going to work. They all have some sort of mental issues that they need help with. Unlike what our society tells us, mental issues are curable, very easily to cure. And it starts with proper food in your diet, the ability to go to sleep safely every night and not have to worry about that. These are some major factors that people take for granted and don't even include in their thought process when they look down their nose at homeless people. Oh, they're just lazy. No, they're not. They need help. They need compassion. Why is that not sliding in there? Inquiring minutes. Oh, because you put a slope in there. Oh, look at that. That's a... Damn, another 3-piece. No, a 4-piece will work in there. We're gonna go light and ballistic. Basically, this piece will just blow up. Boom. Soft piece surrounded by hard pieces. So, we've got to make the eco-villages a little bit fancier, and that's where my presentation for the yurt living came from. It's like, if you look at marine application boats, stuff that goes on boats specifically, it's weird because boats are more energy efficient than motorhomes, but they're basically the same thing. So if you look at the appliances and devices that are built for boats, not motorhomes, you'll find low energy consumption, more sustainable appliances. And you put those in your yurts, so people can have a tiny dishwasher and a tiny washing machine and stuff like that, so they're not losing their modern conveniences. And if you can't afford that, then there'll be a community yurt that has a normal size washing machine and stuff like that in it. Commissary is what I call it, but it's basically your kitchen, bathroom, dining area. Dining area can serve as an education center, school. That was basically what the big grandiose 2,000 person eco village was all about. It's like, oh, you know, you only need this building to cook 3 meals a day. The rest of the time you can use it as a school. So put your biodigesters in your bathrooms in that building instead of putting them, where's my Steppenwolf plates? Instead of putting them in individual houses, which is very energy inefficient. How often do you use your bathroom in your house? Once, twice a day? I mean, if you're using it to pee too, that's more often, but you don't need a toilet to pee in unless you're like a girl that can't squat. Which there isn't any unless they're disabled. So anyways, there's no reason to have a bathroom in your house. There's no reason to have a kitchen in your house. You need like a light. If we take this popular story of Abraham Lincoln, you just need a light so you can read at night to further develop your education. Read, do artwork, whatever. I'm just not finding the piece that goes there. I guess there isn't one that goes there. That's for the bumper area. What are we going to put on the back? Well, that would fit, wouldn't it? Probably would be better if it went up one. Wow, am I done? I guess I need some cab protection, but I'm almost done. Could put some stuff around the hot red too, but or the cheetah. Yeah, I don't think it's going to get shot off too easy, except by what is those guided missiles? Hurricanes. I think they're still called hurricanes. What do we got? 80 durability versus 56 86, 56, 96, 80. Well, I think this is a little bit better durability ratio than blades. Can't get them around the tire, huh? Okay, so what do we got? These are 58, 55. They did not used to be that close to each other. I swear they did not. See, these are 72, 53. What's up with that? I didn't think they'd go in that way. They're so durable. Oh, probably because they're yeah, but their durability to weight ratio is what's important in this game. So they're two pieces. Doesn't matter. It's the weight ratio. Okay, it doesn't interfere with the cab, and it might just still work even if it did hit a car. Don't know if they have the spikes as the only damage direction that it will deal with or not. 8450. 4231. Those are pretty good. 2420s. God, you could use these all day. Okay, so we've determined that you can take all of these do-it-yourself sustainable technologies, put it together, and one of the side effects is you reverse the carbon footprint of humans on the planet. The goal was to just get those starving people off the TV. I'm tired of charities that have frickin' been there for hundreds of years and can't do this, so can't solve these problems. So I figured it out myself. Once you provide the ability to feed yourself, house yourself, clothe yourself, and export your surplus to other people, you've uplifted people out of the impoverished level, and they will keep themselves there as long as they possibly can. Which, barring threat of war, is pretty much forever. And then a few years back, I was looking at how much money we give to foreign countries for weapons. We give over like $2.5 billion to Egypt for weapons. And for $2.5 billion, we could literally provide an eco-village for every human on the island of Madagascar. Bam. In 10 years, we could have the entire island, maybe even do it in 5. Everybody who wants to live in an eco-village could live in an eco-village. I forgot to check their ratio. They might have changed, but these were a good deal. Did that not snap onto that? I thought that's... No, it does. So this one's further back. Oh, it needs to be... Whoops. It needs to be flipped. Okay, yeah, 44.53, that's 9 points difference. Hatchets looked good. Let's see if we can get some hatchets under here to support the frame. Looks like they come out to about the right distance. I'm going to put them like this so they don't interfere. I mean, if they do interfere, they're going to hit something below where that's at, so maybe we want to put them more like this. So they'll scoop things up into my tusk. And then I can put blades alongside them. Blade wing. I got, sub 8. That might work at sub 8. I'm not sure about the buggy bumpers, to be honest. We need to put something right there. Oh, there we go. Or we could put a tire holder. Or we put a tire out the back. Nah, that'll put me over the top if I just stick one tire on. Oh, I could go like this. Alright, will that work? I mean, there's absolutely no front protection for this cab. In fact, I think I might want to remove... No. Oh, wow. Those are heavy-ass plates to put into just to guard the generator. 157, I can do that with less, right? There's 108. What if we used... that'd be 140. But this might fit. Where is that piece? That's only 71.28. 108.45, 71.28, 108, yeah. Alright, harder to see it now, so people won't shoot at it as purposefully. Didn't help my power score at all, but it helped my weight. And I'm not a stickler for power score, it's just a suggested goal. So now we've got room for... Can we put one of these on top? Looks like we can, just fine. Doesn't quite look right, does it? Who cares? Okay, now we got the smokestacks. As for some reason, I like these tank pipes a lot. It's like, if you're going to be in Wasteland, you should have these bellowing smokestacks someplace on your car. Not actually, well, no, I think that works. I'll lose them easy, but... that'll work. So then I was like, okay, so let's say we build a village, and then we build another village, and these have their own little power generation sources. You can connect the two villages with like a light monorail. So if you're going across wilderness, you're not impacting the wilderness. Have light monorail travel between villages. They can exchange goods. Tourists can happen, stuff like that, and it's all powered off the village's infrastructure. Waste. Okay, we're going to put left side and right side. That's how we do this. So left side, there's a left side one that goes on the left mouse button. Right side goes on the right mouse button. Is that the one in the rear? I think it is. We'll put it on the left mouse. Something not working right there. Okay, that works for me. It's interesting they all recycle at the same rate even though their power score is the same. Yeah, I like that. I like not being able to drop all of them at once. It gives me a chance to spread them out more. She's gonna be a drifty bitch, isn't she? Maybe not. Yeah, it is. Alright, those work. See, I didn't need an amusement park to test that shit out. Somebody was asking me, what do you think of the new event? I'm like, new event? Oh, this thing? Well, it tells me I should buy money. That's what I think of it. Spend money on the game. You can have the cool toys. I grew up in a poor family. I can, do without Christmas. That's just fine. No big deal. Y'all go pay money for your cool toys. If that's what you're into, that's awesome. You help fund the freaking game, and I don't have to, so I appreciate everybody who does spend money on the game. I just don't like how they spam it in your face. You don't get this if you don't pay. That was basically, I'm like, okay, I can have to evaluate this entire situation. After thinking about it, I don't care. I don't know, maybe those blades should be the other way. Okay, so what do we have? 5 ammo. The Genesis can easily be removed. It only gives you 1 extra ammo. That's kind of lame. I thought they did 2. Okay, oh yeah, you get 2 when you refill in raids. That's it. Incoming gift. Ooh, 9 days and 21 hours. Dude, I could be dead tomorrow. Who cares? Let's see if we can just test this out real quick. So, for the amount of money the U.S. government gives to the Egyptian government for military aid, we could convert the housing for all of Madagascar, including the people that have better housing than a tiny home situation. So they wouldn't need all of it. Probably do it for $2 billion and have $500 million to create that monorail infrastructure so that we're actually removing the impact of humans on the planet. And it doesn't stop there. The dream keeps going. Once I realize that much, I'm like, you know what? The only reason why we don't have plants growing on our frickin' buildings is because we don't have the technology, and we consider plants to be destructive to building materials. That's just because we haven't invented the difference yet. So I can see hanging garden cities where every wall has plants on it. I mean, you'd have your inner city skyscrapers, but even they would have foliage on them in some sort of decorative situation. So we could literally have food forests in our cities that would help provide food and an ecosystem for animals. That's another interesting fact. There's 2 chickens for every human on the planet. Crows and hawks actually thrive, and pigeons are 3 birds that actually do better with human city expansion than they do in the wild. They've increased their numbers with the expansion of human cities. And in smaller cities, even deer. I mean, there's some towns that deer are everywhere. And if you just design the walls of your buildings better, you can literally have hanging garden cities. So it'd be like, from the air, it would look like a forest almost, and then there'd be skyscrapers jetting out of it. But when I first discovered, if we uplifted these 2 billion people that are the most impoverished human beings on our planet, it would create a need for about 300 million semi-tractor trailers to move the goods they export to the cities and the stuff they import from the cities back to the villages. I'm like, that's a freaking semi-tractor trailer for every man, woman, and child in America. You know how much global warming pollution that would increase? Oh my God. But then if you look at it the other side, well, that's a job for every man, woman, and child in America. And not only have you added 2 billion people to the global economy, you've stimulated it even further by requiring massive amounts of transportation that we don't have. I'm like, well, I'm not going to worry about this problem, I'm just going to focus on what I need to figure out to put the village together. While I'm worrying about the village, Elon Musk comes around and makes frickin' semi-tractors off of electrical semi-tractor trailers. Like, how freaking cool is that? So we can make green villages, and we have green transportation. This guy's just sitting there. I thought he was the enemy. I'm just going to sit here and let him shoot around me. Oh, I have a Tusk cab. I need to be ramming people. That's not ramming, Jimbo. But you did distract him pretty well. Need to drive off the hill, turn around, get my speed up, and then ram the shit out of him. So anyways, Elon Musk was kind enough to come around in reality and solve that problem. Now we have semi-tractor trailers, and they could probably use the same technology for your monorails. So you can use your monorails to transport the goods to the city, and then you have electric semis once you get there. So we've not increased the global pollution by 300 million semi-tractor trailers. We've actually kept it at net zero. And as Elon Musk's endeavor becomes more popular and more companies buy into it just because it's the right thing to do, well, that'll help remove more pollution. But the important thing is, if you help somebody, and you can't just build the village for them, you have to help them help themselves, kind of thing. Woohoo! That was some air. I guess that nulls the theory that those blades like that will pull people into my Tusk cab. It's a good jump, though. This is just freaking drifty as hell, though. Fast, I can get it up to 115. Anyways, so we build the villages. We solve the problem. Can't get any funding. How do we make a sustainable village a sustainable charity? Well, I took to heart people saying they'd like to live in this kind of a village. And I met with my county commissioners to see how we could actually build a village like that in our county. And they're like, well, we like the idea. We like that you're willing to take on the homeless issue and sustainability all at the same time and pollution, all that shit, but we're not sure about the zoning. Luckily, I had contacted all three of our county commissioners, and their secretaries were smart and included a planning guy in the meeting. So I literally had the same employee sit in all three meetings with me, and as he listened to me talk to my commissioners about the idea, he figured out what I wanted to do, and he went back and looked at all the zoning laws, and he sent me an email saying it looks like public or private campgrounds are the way you want to go for your area of the county. On the other side of the county, there's actually a zoning for cottages, which would be perfect, but it's in one town on the other side of the county, and I can't start there. I don't have any money. I have to start on my own property kind of idea. So I'm trying to figure out how to make public, or actually private campgrounds an option for people to live in eco-villages instead of apartments, and I'm pricing it out, and I actually... Oh, I'm stuck on him. Oh well. And for, a yurt unit in the country, which is 15-minute drive from the state capital, 10-minute drive from town, it costs about this. You can price it at the same as a 1,200 square foot. 1,200? A small loft in town. So it's actually cheaper to live out on a farm setting in a yurt with all your modern conveniences. And then I got to looking at how much people pay to just store their RVs, and it's like $350 a month starting out in Thurston County. I'm like, well, if you just You know, campsite. There it is. You got a fire pit. Park your RV there. How much is that? $350. You want water? You add like $50 to that. You want 20 amps of power? It's another $50. Maybe $100 because they can use that much power in a month for sure off of 20 amps. But you just, you just added value. I didn't click battle. You just keep adding value a la carte style. Time to start evaluating how the armor is falling off my car now. I've got the drive down well. I got the buttons. I think I'm deploying okay, but 97 points is a horrendous low score, so need to start paying attention to who I'm following, what I'm driving, and how my parts are falling off, because there's probably some parts not needed or in some places. So anyways, I got this thing going, and now I'm just trying to figure out how to become a village manager and a village construction guy and all these other things I don't know anything about. But before I went to work at Nintendo of America, I didn't know an awful lot about computers. Actually, I had a Commodore 64, so I knew more than most people. But when I went to computer science class, they taught us to count in binary. And program in binary. BASIC was an advanced program at that time, rarely used by anyone, because it was a piece of junk. Well, that was a bad placement. There's nobody over here to shoot. Okay, we got some cycling up. I see some fighting going on over here. Got him while he was ignoring my turrets. Tusk, buddy, tusk. Tusk that. Okay, I need to slow down. I'm one of two people left alive, and they got one guy, and I got him. Yes. What the hell just happened? My mouse went out of the window, and okay. Now looking at my browser. Alright, we won. How did I do compared to the team? I came in fourth, not great. Not great, but much better than 97 points. 10 times better, almost. So there's that. That's an improvement for sure. Anybody could be happy with that. Just paid a little bit of attention. As far as the parts flying off, I really didn't notice anything particularly bad or good. Maybe if I try a different color scheme. Really? That's the problem. Jimbo got no horns. Let us know when the generator blows off, okay, will you? Could you do that? Yeah, I think we want a siren. Light horn bar, I think is the police siren. See, I can be very annoying with that. I can just hold my thumb on the button and it stays going all the time. Should probably replace that with something that looks better, but I'm not that creative. Okay, we're getting wires. Let's get some wires. So that's where I'm at. I've actually identified 4 spots people could park RVs at, so they could, if they just want to park an RV there that they have access to, instead of putting it in a building they don't have access to, or behind a gate. I mean, it's a campsite. The idea is you know, there's scales in pricing, and eventually you get to the pricing where you're leasing it for your life. So if you pay this amount of money up front and this much a month, it's yours for the rest of your life. And I actually took that idea from a prepper I used to follow on YouTube, and her and her husband actually bought little lot. And they had a water hookup was their amenity. They didn't have power. Oh, I think those plates are doing their job pretty well, actually. Be nice to have a lot more of them. Okay, that was a good test. I seem to be falling off pretty uniformly there. Wasn't like, oh damn, that one's just gone and now there's a weak spot. So I think I did a pretty good job. It's a little too tight for missiles, but executioners would probably wreck me. But you know, they gotta hit you is the idea. Anyways, it's my break time. I will be back in a couple of minutes. I'm going to check on the chickens and get more coffee, so we'll put our Be Right Back sign up. So that's how chickens comes into Second Chance Chicken Rescue. If you don't have a place for your chickens, we will take them for a small fee and some grain. And we will incorporate them into our flock, and they will live here forever and die a natural death. That's the important part, is if they get old, we don't butcher them. Roosters are another story. You can only have so many roosters on a frickin' farm, so if we get too many roosters, then we will have to butcher them and make chicken soup and chicken sandwiches for the homeless. That's the idea. Egg salad sandwiches is preferred, though. Did I put my Be Right Back sign up? I did. And you can all admire my levels and stats and all that good stuff. Peace, love, and prosperity. Be right back. The irony of it, I sit down and I get disconnected. I was just thinking I forgot to do the test on how to... Oh, let's get the be right back off. Will this work with the growl cab? Is what I forgot to test out. Or will there be a huge weight problem? I predict both. So we'll take that off. Replace the tusk with a growl, which it's going to require me to take off the cheetah. We're 617 overweight. I don't know if the cheetah can or the hot red can overcome that. It can't. What's going on here? It looks like it's our tires more so than our freaking... Okay, ships have a tonnage of 625 and a mass of 125. 700, 175, so it goes up 75 and it goes up 50. So you get 25 extra tonnage out of that. 250, 750. 125, so that's double the mass, and then you get 125 extra. So you don't gain anything out of that. A shiv is mass to tonnage ratio is the same as a APC wheel. 250, 750, right, 750. So 125 is the difference, and that's how much they add on to make it happen. So these are no longer the preferred wheels they used to be for 2 years because they're the same. The only thing you have now is a bit more durability. Yeah. You're gaining 35 more durability out of the mix. That's a joke, man. 35 durability. Okay, so these get... Whoa, that's a medium wheel, not a steering wheel. 700 at 175. 750 at 250. So they lose 50 tonnage, but they also take off 75 mass. 175 plus 25 and 50, 75. So these are the new APC wheels. Will they fit? They do. I wonder, so it's just more durable. It didn't work. Didn't matter. That's why we go up to these to see. That'll correct my drift, that's for sure. Does not solve my mass ratio. 7 points, though. Is that true? Is that all it is? No. He's looking at that one wrong. It's 800 tonnage, right? Shit. How do you see that shit? My red line's at 677, not 7,000. So, yeah, this isn't going to work with those Steppenwolf plates on. And we got no front end. It's just it's not going to be hot swappable is all. Oh wait. Yeah, I can't convert that ride into this ride, but you see I'm down to 6,900 from 7, so I gained 1,000 power score less. Lost 1,000 power score. Okay, that's where I was at before I removed the cab. I hope. I don't want to have to rebuild it. Let's put the quantum in, shall we? Look at all that extra tonnage you get. Damn. It's Steppenwolf friendly. That's still got extra tonnage. We could add more weight to it. Oh yeah, we had that big frickin' Steppenwolf plate on top. We're gonna replace that with a canvas top though. Yeah, and then a couple of blades. To protect that from cannon shots. And if anybody goes over the top, they can get bladed. Did I mess anything up? Nope. Everything seems to be working. I think the blades prohibited me from actually hitting him with my tusks. So we're going to take those off and put on more wings. Just too bad. I kind of like the idea of the blades, but our 4453, 8656. Those would be better, but not. I think they do more damage, don't they? I don't know, that's sticking out there kind of a long ways too, isn't it? No. Doesn't get anything there. In theory, they shouldn't stop the tusks from hitting somebody. And I don't know if going that way is any better than having him ramp under. So, back to getting wires, eh? And we're still a little high on our power score. We're over 8. It'd be nice to get sub 8. Which means taking off the Steppenwolf plates. And the tire bling, probably. I forgot I gotta charge my cab. So just go to 3? Okay. Too much drift. I might consider changing the rear tires out. Get the hell away from there. My team boxed me in. I couldn't get back out. Tag nabbit. I'm just getting blasted by that guy. So yeah, maybe I should take the steering tires off the back and put on straight tires so I don't drift as much. I'm having troubles controlling it, and I really can't make that much longer with the design it is. I could string it out so it's a longer car. But I like a compact car. Let's just try that real quick. The only non-steering tires I have are the Array. Cool. Still got a lot of drift, but it corrects a lot quicker. Honking at people doesn't work anymore. Guess not. You don't want to be friends by honking? Well, it's nice to know that. Those Steppenwolf plates might need to go forward. New visitors arrive every 8 hours. Remember to honk at them. Perhaps they got something useful. I was honking the hell out of that, and they weren't doing. So if this was just moved forward one spot, that would leave room for that to come forward one spot, which would really make a big world of difference. That one's already forward one spot. So that would add this armor factor to the whole thing. It's only 49 points. Damn. It's a long, skinny piece for 49 points. Alright, another 60-minute break. I just got back from my 60-minute break. Actually, it's my 2-minute break every 60 minutes. And I needed to check the garden, and yeah, I forgot to check the chickens, make sure they're doing just fine. I fed them already, so they should be good, but I just like to take a look at them, make sure everything's okay. Ah, damn, all that and I missed. I need to wait to do the test ram till they're more beat up. I still got 4 Genesis rounds and no armor left whatsoever. Of course, most of their team's dead too. So I don't need the Genesis microfactory, I'm thinking. That would save me some power score. I haven't gotten close to using it yet. I could stick another radio on instead. Less explosive. Make me less squishy down there. All allies eliminated. All enemies eliminated. Oh, we're going to take the squishy piece off. Look at that. 7924. Sub 8. I like it. Some parts are unwelded. Well... what was that squishy? Oh, the horn. Like, what was so important for that squishy piece to be on there? It was the horn. Did I even use that horn? I just like the D minor horn in particular. Alright, the red beast. $7,924. Look, we can put 74 points, 5 points of Thank you for waiting for me to go by before you turn to the right. Wow, there's still a lot of drift at high speed. A lot of drift. Nobody on our team has a radio on, it appears. Except me. Gonna recycle those guns. I don't need them sitting on the ground. They might as well start charging back up. I got my 40, I'm pretty sure. What did I hit that guy with? I guess I just hit him with my top of my cab there. There he is. Cariza the Pisa. All enemies eliminated. All enemies eliminated. Not a terribly great score, but I'm getting used to the car still. That's my story. We're sticking with it. Let's get that fuel from... oh, I could put a fuel tank on it. That's like 150 power score. Not a lot you can do but put a little bit of bling on it. Why does this look different? Are there more trees on this map? They added trees, didn't they? And rocks. And they changed the... Whoa. Did somebody dose me with LSD? Who put the Kool-Aid in my coffee? Damn. Well, my wings did squat to them, that's it. I'm replacing those with something that does more damage. I don't know. Well, I did take his front bumper off with my tusk, I guess. If I'd have done that before he took out all my turrets, it'd have been good, but... I kind of think I should replace that one turret in back with the Falcon, but it'd just be easy to blow up. But if you have a Falcon up in the air, it generally makes people stop and pay attention to it a little more than what's on the ground. Generally, not always. Problem with two Falcons in the air is they take the exact same amount of damage as one Falcon to blow up. So you don't want to have more than two of any aerial drone in the air unless you've got something going on to protect them some sort of way. One cannon shot to that cluster, they're all gone. One shotgun shot to that cluster, they're all gone. That's why you don't see more aerial drones being used. Oh wow, I got the shit blown off out of my front. Well, there's no real armor right there, I guess. What was I doing out there anyways? Yeah, let's go where they can shoot me. I can get stuck on a frickin' wall. At least he was kind enough to hit my armor with the second shot. God! Really? Well, just wait for your turrets to come back up. Your cab's charged. Looks like they're down here. Take your finger off the throttle when you're driving, when you go to turn. I didn't hit him in time, or if I did, I exploded on whatever he had in front of his plow. I think the tusk cab's just making me want to be more aggressive than I can be, and I'm dying a lot easier from it. It's Say I deploy 2 drones before I worry about trying to ram somebody with the test cab. Maybe that would be a better strategy. You're a droner first, a tusker second. Otherwise I'd have Drizbaz and grinders on this ride. Which I could probably do that too, I just don't know how well I'd be at it. Yeah, see, if I wanted to die from trying to ram that guy, I probably would have took out at least one of these 2 guys, or the equivalent. So the ride's okay. I don't think there's anything I can do to immediately make it better, so I just need to practice the ride now. Driving the ride. Ooh, big open map. Lost time. I think that's the guy I want to follow. He has those crossbows that are really annoying. It's like he just heard me say that. That's kind of funny. But if I get shot by those, that's who I charge. So hanging out by that kind of a guy is the best place to be, is my thoughts. Oh, I think somebody went behind us. And he killed them. Cool. No. That was our guy's time. Oof. Ha! That was my tusk. Their whole frickin' team's here. Well, if I can stop their cap for a few seconds. Nope. Unfortunately, there was a cloaked guy where I decided to try and do that at. And yeah, their whole freaking team was on the cab. We went left, they went left. We spread out, they stuck together. Got 700 points. But yeah, I guess that's how freaking cool a tusk cab is. I just blew that guy up. Boom! I was damaged and should have ran away after that, but it's good to know that it works. Just don't hit the train plow trying to hit the cab. I don't know if that guy just has no weapons or if he just plans on sitting on the cap zone doing nothing. Hell, nobody's died on our team. Take it slower, Jimbo. There we go. I lived too that time. Buy a thread. 10% left. Alright. How's my coffee? I think we're going to take that break now and be right back. Get some coffee. So less than 2 minutes. Oh, that's right. I need to check the chickens. This will be an extended 2-minute break. Look at my lovely, what do you call that? Player stats. Yeah, I guess that's the word for that screen. Be right back. My incomplete Leviathan. Alright. Chickens are fine. The rooster's doing something weird. He's walking around making some weird noise, but there's no predators around. And the squirrels scared the rooster, so... Hey, another 60-minute break. Oh, I mean a 2-minute break after my 60 minutes of play. Well, we just got back for that one, so we're on schedule. Ahead of schedule, even. 2 minutes. So, anyways, the rooster's making some weird noises and being stupid, but that's pretty common for roosters. To make noises and be stupid. No predators, and that's where we came in with the baby squirrel story. There's a baby squirrel, gray squirrel, checking out the area, and he's up in the trees, and the rooster was just freaking out. There's something in the trees, there's something in the trees. Which you can tell that's what he's saying if you watch where he's looking while he's making the noise. And I look up there and it's a baby squirrel, gray squirrel, walking around, checking things out, ignoring the roosters completely, and comes down the tree and goes across the wall and goes down and eats some of the bird feed, the grain, chicken grain, and leaves, and the rooster's freaking out the entire time. It's like, you don't know what a predator is, huh? You know the chicken hawk, but I don't think you guys quite get the difference. What's going on? Why am I stuck on the screen and everybody else is in the game? Well, there's a bug. I've never had that happen before. I guess we should probably clip this. Wait and see how it plays out. Definitely need to clip this one as another new bug for Crossout. Alright, I gotta sit here and look at the map while everybody plays. I mean, that's disconnected from the game. Unknown network error. Okay. Crossout's I am on the Russian server. That's twice I've had the network error problem. So let's move ourselves back to the US server. That's not where it was at. It's under settings. There it is. I thought it was over here for some reason. America. Camera speed. I didn't notice that before. What's that for? Oh, build mode. Network region America. Restrict battle this region. No. Test your connection. Network test. Please wait. Testing your connection to the server. I should ping into America under 100. Russia over 200. Well, I'd say their test is a bit off. If it takes this long, they definitely don't know how to program their servers. Jesus Christ. MIMP AVMAX. Or is that a 30-second sample? Okay, this is a DOS ping. Yeah, right there, Seattle, iBone, Comcast, Water Comcast, Seattle Comcast, and that's weird that they can do that. They used to hide those from resolutions, so you couldn't figure out this is where you send your denial of service attack to. Or if you wanted to get gauge ins, you'd hit them there. So I'm really not sure why this stuff is... Isn't that part of security anymore? Okay, we're on North America. We're pinging in at nothing relative to what the game ping says, I believe. But we'll find out. Because we're going to hit that F11. Is that what it is? One of those F keys. Second from the end. Ping. I need to hit it again. 98. 100. 114. 100. And we are in North America, so Do we recognize Chap Fathead? I think I recognize that name. Nobody else, the Valkyria. Okay, where are they at? They're right up here, so we're gonna drop one there, one there. Oops. Did not mean to intercept that one. Now we're gonna get the hell away from combat. Damn. What the hell am I stuck on? Plow's too heavy to move. But while those two guys were trying to kill me, which they failed to do, my team slaughtered him, and I got some shots in. I was dropping turrets still. I just can't do anything now. Until that plow is liberated from my rear end. That's one guy, you guys can figure this out. Okay, so it's a double shot. Oh, this is not going to end well for me. Guys, come on. There you go. I was worried if he killed all of us. I mean, I was sitting duck. I went quack, 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 quack. But I still got 690. So we're doing 60 frames a second, and we're reducing that to 30 frames a second for OBS, and that's why I'd like to be able to adjust that. There's no reason to have 60 frames come out that could create, half a 2-frame lag at any given moment in time. 2 frames. No, 10-frame lag. Wait, how does that exponential math shit work? I don't know. Oh, Jacob, thank you for ramming me. I appreciate that. I don't really need to go anywhere anyways. I'm just buying a little bit of time so I don't die right off the bat. Kind of thing. Charge my cab up. Hey, DMF, how you doing, my friend? Trying to learn to drive a Tusk. So far I've only blown up one guy with the Tusk cab. It was quite cool. How was your stream? It's always a good stream with you playing, so silly question. And hey y'all from Camp Dandelion. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I wish y'all peace, love, and prosperity. Don't stop now. Got a little cocky with 4 turrets out. I woke up this morning, fed the chickens, decided to play some Crossout. It's a good day so far. Built a new drone. It's actually a turret ride. It's got 2 pythons and 3 cobras. I wonder why only one of them's fused. Anyways, I was just checking out the pythons for the first time, and they look like they might actually do more damage than a cobra. They shoot twice as fast, but I don't know. I didn't have much time to pay attention to the damage going on. And like I said, I'm trying to figure out how to build and use a tusk cab, because I bought one a long time ago. And this is what I'm basically coming up with. Got some Steppenwolf parts back here, it makes me happy. Got the canvas cab top, which seems to be fine. It used to be a Steppenwolf plate, and I needed the power score and weight. So I replaced it with canvas and 2 blade wings, and that actually seems to work better. Usually doesn't get blown off till the end. So far, I usually lose my armor before my weapons, and that's the best indicator of a good design, or the start of a good design. And there's what falls off and whatnot, but as long as you keep your weapons to the end, I think it's a good ride. Oh, Turrets and Kings team, I like it. I like seeing multiple damage points coming up, too. Tusk, buddy, tusk. Turrets, buddy, turrets. Oh, robbed of the... Keep going. No, that's not good. That's not good. Maybe. Nope. That's not good either. Bummer! Big deal. .22 ammo. Get out there and kill him. Oh, I thought he was going for the cap. People without radios on. I mean, really, folks. Radios really make the whole game easier to play. If everybody on the team had one, you'd always know where the enemy was. Or look at my radar, like, there's no red on here. It's because those 3 guys don't have, chasing it, don't, oh, 3 guys, 1 guy chasing it don't have radios. Oh, we're in bad shape now. We got one guy with... Nope. Ping 162, packet loss 0. Well, that's all that matters. If you're not losing any packets, you're doing good, right? And yeah, that's a long wait compared to 10 seconds on the Russian server. And as it is, they kicked us over to the European server, which would have been a 13-second wait on the Russian server. That's probably what they do. If you can't get a US game in the first minute, 90 seconds, then they put you on a European Union server. That's why it takes 2 minutes to form a game in the US. Ah, I missed him with my cab and hit him with my tire. Fuck. Oh, we're shooting somebody over there at least. Mm. Damn, I'm just not hitting anybody with this Tusk cab. Five damage. What was that, my tire? No, the tire was gone. Ah, just can't drive for beans, that's all. Even with 3 tires. Maybe it's the big plow on back. Maybe I should take that off and put a smaller plow on back. That might also be the big problem, my drift. So much weight starts moving around back, it frickin' starts a whiplash effect. $952 kilograms, 416 power score. Half basically. 300 power score, 150 power score, and that's a 120. You're not even going to see the blades if you come up from behind. That could be a passively effective situation for me. Yeah, I think it straightens out quicker on the drift. Thought that extra weight. Yeah, that helps with the drift. Is there anything we can do up front now? I just feel like there should be more stuff around the tusk. Feelings are not logical conclusions. What the hell is this? Is this the enemy test range? Drive over here to get shot up by bots? I did not know that, I'm sorry. Wonder how good of a ride that is as you keep blowing yourself up. I mean, I'm not taking damage from this. He is. From my shiv, I guess. Oh, it got me that time. That's weird. Oh, he blew the shit out of himself, too. Okay. Got 2 skinners. That's a freaking insane ride, man. Good job. Okay, what did we learn from that test? Nothing. Buggy bumpers are probably next. They stick out too far. Or I could put a second set on if I had them. Do I have another set of buggy bumpers? No. Sure, these bully bumpers. Defense line. That's a heavy chunk. It'd be nice if it had it squares by squares, 2x6, 4x4, 3x3, that kind of thing. Okay, we are in EU again. 158 ping. No packet loss, 60 frames a second. See if they push it.
Thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the channel.
Hey, how you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by. And I appreciate that follow. Just trying to get used to the Tusk cab. Whoa! I'm assuming you play Crossout. I don't go in the fire. Oh, it's our friendly fire. Cool. Oops. Oh, I missed him. Got him that time, 290 damage. caused his own mine to blow up next to him too. No, 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 no. Oh, cool. Come on, Cheetah, charge those droners up. Awesome. That was a good play. I followed you a long time ago and I changed accounts, so I followed you again. Hey, thanks. Appreciate it. Elite Tornado. I already asked you how your day's going. And welcome back. Okay, use 157. See, the server frames, I should be able to set my frames down to 32. 30 also. Ooh, what do we got going on here? Okay. We was building something over here, and I never did get to finish that. Was it an anaconda? No. What the heck was I gonna build? I thought it was in the purple screen. Now I can't remember that either. It's not those. I got cobras. Whoa. Definitely not those. Likewise, welcome back. And on Fridays I usually turn my camera on, so you can actually see me. Nobody said you're hideous, so that's a good thing. What was I good? Well, who cares what I was building? Let's just pick what I want to build. Anaconda. No new turrets. Python. I got those. Cobra. Barrier X. Was that it? Does not appear to be. Oh, because I'm using them. Was there a blue barrier? Nope. All I can remember is I built a cab for it, and I don't remember what it, oh. I wouldn't be building a Razorback, but I wouldn't have a trucker cab for any other reason. So I must have clicked on the wrong thing, because I have a Razorback, don't I? Yep. Unless I'm going to fuse them. Looks like it already is. Because it's got a yellow mass limit. Well, if I make it, I get 100 coin. That's one way to look at it. That hurt. Way too much thinking too early in the morning. So this is a new raid I put together. I haven't used the 5 turrets in a long time, and they have the new teal turrets, so I built 2 of those, and I'm running 3 Cobras with that, and the Tusk cab. I don't use that very often. And the theory was I could swap it out with a Growl, but that doesn't quite work well. Or the Quantum, because there's no armor up front. I'd have to rebuild. I was looking for something I could change power score quickly just by swapping out the cabs, but the Tusk isn't conducive to that. I'd need to start with like the quantum build and then drop down to the tusk and the growl. Quantum growl and modify it for the tusk. I took this Genesis Micro Factory off, and that seems to be a good move. I'll drink some coffee while we wait. Contact. The coffee's just barely warm, which is good. I like it that way. Contact right, flanking to the left. Oops, looks like they went back the other way. I'll just come around behind them then. Did our team melt? Yes, our team melted. I didn't see how much damage the tusk did. $700 damage that time. And I lost the cheetah. Yeah, I knew the hurricane was going to be a pain. Damn. Careful with that axe, Eugene. Elitist Tornado 19. Okay. I can read that. Right? Did I say that right? Elite Tornado 19. Eggstructive. Egg extractive. Egg that one hurt. Okay, let's see what the difference is by switching it back to the Russian server. Since we're playing EU all the time anyways, we might as well get quicker join times. What happens if I just set it to EU? Do I get quicker join times? No, we don't get the Russian join time. I would have been in a game by now. Interesting. So it's probably just going, okay, EU, North America, EU, North America, EU, North America. Nah, just go EU. Yep. Takes a little while longer. That's interesting. I guess if they're syncing everything out of the Russian servers, it would take longer even for the EU. Stop drifting it. Take your finger off the throttle when you turn. I didn't see the damage on that. I don't think I got him with my tusk. Am I the only one left? Dang! I thought we was doing good. So far, I've had one good hit with the tusk. Definitely helps to take the steering tires off the back. I'm able to control my drift a lot more, and I drift a lot less in general. When you let off on the throttle on your turn with non-steering tires on back, it responds a lot better. Of course, I also took that train plow off the back and lightened the rear end up in general, so that might help with the overdrift thing. Get that didn't think about how much weight that train plow is swinging around in the rear end. I'm getting the same ping in Europe as I am in Russia, actually, 163. Didn't know that. Oh wow, I didn't do that great at all. Got my 40, but 100 points more. That's about it. 10:25. Alright, I got another half hour I can play, and then I gotta go to the planning meeting. What I'm gonna do for the next 3 days. To move my reality forward and realize Project Eco Village one day will happen. For now, we're just gonna save our home by figuring out how to rent rooms out. Before that became the priority in my reality, we were working on campsites. As I met with county commissioners, and they identified private campsite as the best way for me in my zoning to build an eco village. Ha ha! You didn't kill me and you lost all your lances. Nanny nanny boo boo. Hopefully I'll get my 40 points somehow. See, I can go downhill. Yeah, shoot at me while there's other people out there, bud. I'm really down with that. Especially if you got ammo you can waste. Alright, I am going to go to the bathroom real quick and maybe grab coffee. I don't know if there's any left. Actually, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. I'll get coffee later. Alright, yeah, I keep forgetting it's not Sunday Fun Day where I focus on playing games as much as possible. Got things to do later on. And there's still a little bit of garden harvesting I could probably do this afternoon. There's a lot of chicken food there, but I can get a little few potatoes here and there, stuff like that. There was some zucchini. Surprised zucchini grows in the rain. Great. That sounds scarier than shit. Lost one of my guns. Yep, right there. Damn, everybody's a frickin' hover. I blasted the back into him off. I think I got him with my... Yeah, it had to have been my tusk. Alright, we're in the lead. There's just those 3 hovers. Probably at least 2 hovers and maybe that other guy. It's funny, I punched through there and the team followed. It's what we needed. And yeah, so we're getting the same pings as I get if I go on the Russian server. But a little bit longer join times. I haven't even tried Asia. Let's try Asia. It's technically, for me, Asia and Russia should be closer than Europe and Australia for sure. So, Alaska, Siberia, Japan, Asia, all that. I think the Pacific link is faster for me than going around the Atlantic link. Oh, click battle, for crying out loud. And wonder if you shouldn't replace that with some better armor someplace. Oh, that's right, I was going to look at that. What was these bumper parts? Defense line. Reinforced radar grill of a scout view. So it's like 192.89. Holy cow. What's a buggy bumper? No, this is what I was looking at. 72.868. Yeah. But it won't fit there because it's a 4-banger, and that's a 3-banger slot. But we could replace the buggy bumper with the whole thing. So that's a 35, 68, 72, and this is a 42, 81, 86. They're pretty dang similar. This does no damage. This does damage. Virtually no damage. So 35 versus 42. For Not even 20 extra durability. What about this piece? I often forget about this one. So we got 35 and 22 is 57. 42 and 20 is 62. So this is a little lower power score for the very similar amount of durability. Where'd that other piece go? Oh, my head hurts. It's the only one I have in storage. All that calculation just to go like this. No wonder my head hurts. I don't think I need those tires on there anymore. I think I can get away with the shivs, alright. Oh, but they're the only ones I have that aren't turning. Well, let's see how it is with the shivs again without the big ass weight on the rear end. And we're going to Asia this time. My ping's already at -1. It's like going back in time. Woohoo! But yeah, I mean, if the server's only playing at 60 frames a second, I'd like to be able to set my game to that. And I used to be able to, but now it's grayed out and it's not working. Because I'm streaming at 30 frames a second, so I really don't need more than 30 frames a second. So there's no reason to make the whole send the packet do 60 frames instead of 30 frames kind of thing. It's just more efficient if you turn it down to the lowest common denominator. Well, it's no faster, that's for sure. I mean, this is like an American join time. So, going to Asia is not going to be a faster join time. In fact, now it's getting kind of long for even an American join time. Okay, it's about an average American join time. So Russia and Europe are your fastest two servers to join, and I ended up in the Russian server. It could have took me 10 seconds to get to this game. Like, Jimbojitsu, you do not belong in Asia. You go to Russia. You go back to Siberia. Do not sneak out again. You're shooting at us. Is there somebody behind me? Oh, okay. You're shooting way down there. Two of my turrets are already up again. They're pushing the right flank, so if we come up here and cut right... Frickin' droners everywhere. That's a joke, sarcastic joke about me driving all over. Just gonna see if we can get through here. Okay, nobody shoot me, thank you. Really haven't noticed much of a steering change, but I haven't been paying attention to that aspect either. Come on, going straight can be difficult. Awesome, so I guess we can keep trying Asia to see if we can actually get on the server at all. Do 3 tries. See what the results are. So one is not a... One could have just been an anomaly. 2 is most likely not 2 anomalies in a row, and 3 is definitely not a... I mean, there could have been an anomaly period that you just hit, but not individual instances of an anomaly creating a network connection delay. So it's 5 seconds, 18 seconds, 9 seconds, 28 seconds, 6 seconds. What does that really mean? Just doing a randomizer between 1 and 30? 4. Probably a randomizer between 4 and 30. 29 probably. So yeah, if you don't get to the server you're requesting, probably at like now a minute and 10 seconds, it kicks you over to the best one it can, and because I'm using Asia, it could kick me over to Russia instead of Europe. If I'm using America, it's going to kick me over to Europe. I used to program routers too. That's the short story of that. So I often wonder about network metrics going on in games. Not that it's 2000 anymore. I mean, I haven't been in the computer industry, working in the computer industry since like 2009, when I devoted my life to charity, became very poor for it. Should have hit that guy. God. How hard is it to play bumper cars? Apparently pretty hard. .28 damage from a frickin' tusk. Guess that was not the tusk. Hopefully he doesn't have a... Nope, he doesn't. He's gonna get shot up pretty good from that. Oops. This guy. Well, that kinda ends my tusking career. Oh, I was last. Did I get a whole bunch of points for it? Nope. I am just not pulling down the score on this. Anyways, 2 out of 3, we don't end up in Asia. Interesting. I'm not even going to try Australia today. I'll save that for another month. Only got a few minutes left anyways. Yeah, 15 still. Cool. So... it's a ride. I'm going to have to say I stink at tusk cabs. That's basically what my conclusion for today's gaming is. I should maybe look at the Growl with the hot red as another option and build armor around the Growl cab. I could use a Quantum too, but I could put the Apollo under the Quantum. Do the Apollo undercab, and that'll save me a little bit of room. That's going to require reworking all the framing. It's another rebuild is all. Something to do before I get into driving. Once I'm driving, I really don't like to rebuild much. It's like, oh, maybe we should tweak this, and I'll watch it for 4 or 5 games and go, nah, that wasn't really worth tweaking. I've seen some people, especially newbies, are like, oh, I gotta go back and adjust something. It's like, so they spend 5 minutes making an adjustment, they play the game for 45, 92 minutes, and they go back into the garage and spend 5 minutes making an adjustment. It's like, you don't know if it was just a fluke that piece fell off or what. You should play it a few times and play the game, not be OCDing on your build. Yeah, I was a newbie too. It's not just a newbie trait. Some people never get over that. Oh, come on, get out of there. Okay, my turrets are all out, and they're still alive, so hopefully they're doing somebody some damage. One of them died, so somebody's dead from one of my turrets. That's cool. Somebody's getting damage there. That one that got blown up's back up. Forgot to throttle off the corner. Victory! Wow, that was a quick game. Flawless. I guess that's what droners are supposed to do. Hovers tend to get flawless more than droners though. And I never found a hover droner to be fun. Not that fun. They're alright. But I had fortunes and hurricanes for my hover. And I was going to get porcupines until I realized that's another year to year and a half just focused grind, depending on how focused you are. So you got to buy all that uranium, and the only way you can do that is get it off of those clanners, and yeah. Although you don't get to set the price on the market anymore, so who knows what's going on. I tend not to pay attention to all the details that don't make the game of driving and shooting and building actually important. I'll have 500, 575 coins at the end of the day, and I don't have a plan to spend any of them. It reminds me, yeah, this not getting to the Chinese server is the results. Asian server. Why did I say Chinese? Yeah, I got Russian server 3 times in a row, and I had American wait times. If I switch to the Russian server, it's only 10 to. The longest one I had was 13 to 14 seconds to join a game. That adds up quickly when you're doing 120-second join times. I mean, two join games makes a full gameplay of time. Okay, all the turrets are deployed. Some of them are doing damage. Some of them are coming up for a cycle, so I need to get going somewhere. We're not going to go that way, though. Oh, you dog. Well, that was another non-productive run. And I'm just gonna... ping's even longer than it is just straight through to Russia. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I choked, I know. Oh, 20 points. Oh, you're killing me. Huzzah. Okay, now let's just try the Russian test. Drink some water. Nope, nope. Oh, 14 seconds. Maybe 15. Ping's coming in at same ping. I thought it was 100 and something last night. 218. No drops. 214. 216. Pretty consistent ping. Oh, I backed up too far, damn it. Oh, man. To choke on your last few games. So if I can get back to our cap zone and maybe do something there. Oh wow, we're getting our ass whooped. Well, I distracted them a little bit. Yeah, that was a big choke. Oh, I got a kill for something. Stole somebody's kill. That should get me 40, right? Well, yeah, 14-second join time, and we're 2 minutes into the game. For a 2 minute and 30-second game. Two-minute and 27-second game. Takes 120 seconds to join on the American servers. Or the Asian server, that route. And even Europe. So if you go straight to Russia, you can get in 14 seconds or less. You're literally waiting almost as long as it takes to play a game on the other servers. Just to get into the game. So if you eliminate that, every 2 games you've gotten an extra game in. It's probably, a much greater fraction than that, but 2.9 games out of 3 matches or something, I don't know. As it's all about playing the game unless you want to sit there and go, I'm going to rebuild and test drive and do that. And it's all about playing that game. I just want to get in and drive and shoot and blow up and go, what in tarnations was that build? As an example. Okay, so they're coming in that way. Not really doing much. Guess we'll come out and drop some turrets. There goes all my tires. As I blow him up with my turrets. Oh well. The important part is you can get into the game in Russia a lot quicker than you can on any other server. And if you can handle the lag time, which I seem to be, I didn't notice any lags compared to any of the different servers I was joining. It's okay. Now if you're doing a sniper and you're running like 120 frames a second on your video card, you might be a bit of a impedance going to the Russian or European server. But if you auto-targeting with drones, it doesn't matter, really. You're not going to miss anything if you do lag. Well, except driving. The guy's got 2 kings? Oh, 1 king. 2 kings. Currently he has 1 king. It looked like he should drop 2 at once, though. So if you come up on him while he's sniping you, he'll kick your butt. Good job, I like that ride. Okay, so we learned today. We learned in the good book of Crossout that joining the Russian server will get you more games, boost for 7 coin. No, I'm going to sell that for 90 some coin. Get you 10 times more games out of 12. God, yeah, how do you do the math on that? Anyways, that's it for the day. I'm probably going to be back this evening. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and may you be blessed with peace, love, and prosperity. And until we meet again, this is Jimbo Jitsu signing